everyone. My name is Joel Broughton. Back in 1999, I was introduced to my very first home-based business. Okay. Before that, before 1999, I always had aspired to maybe go into some type of financial or banking or some type of maybe the government or something with it. You know, I was going to university for business. So I knew I wanted to get into some kind of business, go be a vice president of marketing or go be a CEO of a company or something like that. But what I didn't really know at the time was, you know, a lot of, like, I didn't know the starting your own business world necessarily. I didn't know anything about the home-based business world, working from home, starting your own company, being an affiliate or being a distributor for another company. I didn't know any of that stuff. So from about 1999, when I was first introduced to the concept of network marketing, to 2004 is where I really started to explore. I really started trying to explore the network marketing industry, the home-based business industry, and I tried different things, different mailing programs and selling different products to people locally, trying to build network marketing companies. And really what happened was probably similar to what a lot of you either have gone through or are currently experiencing in the home-based business industry. A lot of rejection, right? A lot of, I guess, failure or learning. Instead of calling it failure, maybe we just call it a lot of education, right? A lot of trial and error, you know, trying to figure out, because here's the thing. I thought when I was like getting into these companies or getting into these opportunities, I thought I was going to do something revolutionary and I was going to like create a new way to build a network marketing business or a new way to do this stuff. What I didn't realize is that there's already several really good paths to making money from home, to generating the leads, to generating the people to build a business with. There's already like so many paths and so much innovation in this field. But I almost kind of like felt like I was going to be like different. I was going to create my own. I was going to go off because I did have some failure when I first started. I did get a lot of rejection. So I'm like, well, I got to figure out, you know, for myself a new way of doing it. Well, in about 2004, I literally went from, you know, because from 1999 to 2004, I really didn't have a lot of success. I got a little bit here and there, you know, a few sales, but not anything to really write home about. You know, maybe I made $80. I know back in 99, my first check was for $6. It was actually a check that the company paid me for on my own order, which, you know, my sponsor was like, yeah, you got a check. And I'm sitting there going, what are you talking about? Like, I ordered products and they sent me a commission on my own order. I didn't sign up anybody. I didn't get any customers. I didn't actually generate anything other than spend money and get kind of like almost like a cash rebate in the form of a commission check. But after that, you know, I generate like $20 here or $50 there, $80 there. It wasn't really anything significant. In 2004, though, what I did was I realized that, you know, I needed something more. I needed a way to accelerate the business. So instead of going after one customer at a time or trying to generate one or two people or trying to build the business locally, which often, you know, a lot of the network marketers still to this day do, which is fine as long as you have a system to do it. Like, as long as you have a way to, you know, continually build the business, as long as you have a way to get more leads and more people. Okay, to me, it's all about systems. It's all about creating a way to consistently get more and more people through a sales presentation, right? Through the process to be able to get into the business and make a purchase from you. So back in 2004, I started making connections with different people. Okay, instead of the original sponsors that I had in those network marketing companies, I started looking for people that were doing things a little bit differently. And what I discovered was, over the course of about 6 months, a success blueprint, you know, that at the time we just started doing it. There wasn't like a course on it. There wasn't like an somebody didn't say, this is how we're going to do it. We just started actually working. And I worked with a couple different gentlemen that, they didn't necessarily know how to do network marketing, but they had a system where they could generate basically an unlimited source of leads. They ran ads in newspapers, they ran ads, in magazines and things like that to be able to generate leads. Okay. Now, nowadays, we kind of have the internet instead of newspapers. Newspapers don't tend to generate the significant amount of leads and traffic as it used to back in 1999 or back in 2004. But what I'm saying is they had the source of leads coming in. They would advertise consistently in all kinds of newspapers nationwide, generating people that are interested in a home-based business. And that to me was revolutionary, because instead of me having to spend all of this time just trying to find one person that might be interested, because that's essentially what I was doing. I was spending a lot of time just racking my brain trying to figure out who could I go to. Or I would call friends and family, are you interested in a home-based business? Or can I show you a business opportunity? Or, something like that. And the crazy thing is, if you spend all your time trying to source leads, you're really not going to have a huge amount of success, because there's already people who full-time will source your leads for you. Okay? There's nothing new about finding leads. There's nothing that you're going to do. The only leads that I can't find for you, okay, as a leader in your team or as a leader in Postcard Networker or in network marketing, are kind of like your friends and family. I'm not necessarily going to source your friends and family. But beyond that, because your friends and family sometimes can provide a good source, sometimes they're not, right? Depending on who they are and if an opportunity is right for them and if they're even interested in something like this. But what we did was we created and we found a source of leads through these newspaper advertising that was essentially unlimited, because we could advertise in newspapers nationwide. You could just spend money every single day in all the daily newspapers. You could spend money every single week in all the weekly kind of like penny savers and stuff like that. Okay. So we would just run ads and ads and ads and ads and ads. And what we were doing is, first we were creating just small sales. Okay. So for those of you that are fairly active in Postcard Networker, or have made a purchase from us, or if you purchased one of the starter packs, or if you kind of got one of the old packages when we first got started, we would put in these little booklets. Okay. And it's the same now. We've got this Postcard Networker booklet. It's now, instead of kind of a smaller 6x, I guess they would have been like a 6x9 or a 5x7. Now it's kind of an 8.5x11 or an 8x11 booklet. Okay, filled with information. Kind of telling story, talking about the system, talking about how you can have success and stuff like that. We actually used to sell these anywhere from probably about $19. Okay, all the way up to about $50 or $60. Okay, just basically for the information, for an information booklet, or for a book that explains, okay, here's the opportunity. And by the way, this will still work today. This kind of process, if you're selling information, whether it be an ebook, whether it be a physical book that you mail to people, or whether it be CDs or any kind of information product on the front end, will still work, no problem. With Postcard Networker, of course, what do we sell up front? We sell the affiliate program, we sell the online marketing, we sell postcards. Okay, that's kind of the small sales that we do up front, if you want to kind of relate to what we're doing today. So we used to sell these booklets, and what happened was those booklets, or those small sales, would help to basically pre-qualify our leads. All right, it would help to sort our leads for us, and that was the system. We would run the advertising to generate the leads. We would make a small sale to generate, and sort through the prospects, because we generated so many leads that we couldn't necessarily call them all ourselves. What would happen then is we took a network marketing company and put it on the back end and said, okay, after we generate a small sale, we're going to now sell them our network marketing company. And then the only thing left to do really was to just continually increase advertising. If you look at this process, generate a lead, create a small sale, right, to sort the prospects, create a back-end sale, which is the network marketing opportunity, increase your advertising, which generates more leads, which generates more small sales, which generates more network marketing sales or back-end sales, and then increase your advertising again, right? Reinvest in your advertising and grow your advertising budget. And if you look at this system, we did this very successfully for about 6 months it took to go full-time. From the time that I started with these gentlemen, started advertising in newspapers, start working with them, start doing, and I mean, at the time we were doing primarily phone calls. So, you know, once they got the booklet of information, we would call them, we would chat with them, we would bring them on a presentation. Okay, and that was kind of the system, which would pitch them the network marketing company. And today you have the opportunity to, maybe you don't necessarily have to bring them on a call or a webinar or something like that. You can bring them to an online presentation. You can bring them to an automated webinar. There's tons of ways that you can present your business nowadays that we didn't necessarily have access to or we didn't really know about back in 2004. But the repetition of this system, of the Success Blueprint, is what got me personally to go full-time. Now, if you copy this same methodology in 2017 of what I did back in 2004 to initially go full-time, you can do the same thing. You can go full-time, okay? You can quit your job. You can generate way more income from a home-based business than you ever can from your job. Have a great weekend, everyone. Wish you all the best. Bye for now.